All right. So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from the people from various regions, and also from the people who joined through LinkedIn and YouTube because we are also live streaming there. So hi. So please use your live chats and chat box to post your thoughts and comments. And yeah, so with that, so thanks for joining us today. And this is our second webinar of the year and the first on the CRM webinar session. And with that, I'm Maharaj from marketing team at LMNAs. And so with us, uh, we have Arun Kumar, CEO and founder of LMNAs, and he will be the speaker of this session, and I will be the host of this session. Yeah. So with that, Arun Kumar is a seasoned SAP consultant and with has expertise in CRM product. And with that, he also hold various expertise from the various verticals like manufacturing, high techs, telecommunications, IS oils, and much more. Yeah. So basically, let us in this session, let us try to leverage this experience. Yeah. So with that, most of us think that CRM is a tool, but while coming to Arun, he has a different thinking and he has a thinking like he has a different opinion. And let us hear from him. And with that, yeah, I'm owning to Arun Kumar. Hello, Arun. Yeah, hello. Sorry, I think you are muted.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry
it's
about that.
fine.
All right. So, thanks, Mehraj, for the wonderful introduction. And good morning, all. Good afternoon, good evening to all the folks and fellow mates who have joined from various different regions, honoring our invite. Yeah. Mehraj has given a brief about myself. And also, he has nicely started with the hook that CRM is a tool, and many of us think that way. And I have a different view. Definitely, I have a different view because all this experience, all these years of experience has taught me CRM is not just a tool, it's much more beyond that, right? So it's a culture, it's a collaboration, it's to drive for a purpose, right? Drive the team for a purpose, drive the customer for a purpose, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So we have seen a lot of different CRMs. Maybe um, in my experience, I have seen CRMs for social CRM, financial CRM, CRMs for telecom, CRMs for utilities, whatnot, help desk, field service management, and so on and so forth. So many different CRMs, right? But what is the connection for that and to the slide which is shown here, right? So today we are not going to look into the broader spectrum of CRM, but rather we will specifically focus on how CRM could be effective for transformer manufacturing companies, right? See now, if you see from the slide, and it is clearly saying that there is a lot of potential and in the global transformer market. The transformer market is growing at a rate of 6.3 CAGR, compounded annual growth rate. And today it is valued at 64 billion and it is expected to double in next 10 years, right? Closely about 120 billions, which is a huge potential, right? But if you see the bottom numbers, now like before COVID times, the lead times are very, very shorter. For example, it is from somewhere between 12 weeks to 16 weeks. But now, if you see the transformer fulfillment time is also ranging from, you know, up to 4 years, which is quite a huge number. I mean, huge lead time. I mean, I'm not talking about smaller transformers, but the same which was handled in 16 to 20 weeks of time is now taking up to 4 years sometimes, right? And the prices are up. For example, if your lead time is up to 4 years, and by the time your raw material prices would have gone up by 60 to 80 percentage, meaning the one you have quoted in now and you're going to sell it or going to fulfill it after 4 years or 3 years, right? Will have a definitely 100% hike in your prices, and you cannot definitely, you know, make profit out of that particular fulfillment. And there is, on the other side, there is a lot of demand surge because of most of the electrification happens, right? So the electrification happens, we are going, you know, in terms of electric vehicles, we are going in terms of data centers, we are going in terms of, uh, green energies and so on and so forth, right? Before I continue, am I audible to all? I mean, at least the host, can you confirm I'm audible? Just a thumbs up should do.
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah, thanks for that. Um, And on the other hand, we see a capacity gap. You know, most of our current capacity, current plants are not up to the newer technologies, right? So, you know, it is a prediction that by 2027, if you are not upgrading your plants, you may not be able to take up the new upcoming market, right? So these are all the couple of insights we could definitely see, right? Now, do we see this as a operational issue, right? People might think from this number that this is just an operational issue, right? So if I expand my capacity, I should be in a position to fulfill all these things. If I expand my technology, I should be able to meet this demand. Is that all, right? If that is the case, you are only seeing the tip of the iceberg, right? No, not at all. Just what does the data says at the moment? The data says, right, there is a lot of opportunity around the market, right? And um, we are really not ready to seize this opportunity. Meaning, what is our sales doing at the moment? You know, there are a lot of demands in terms of power and electrification, and from different transformer sectors, in different regions, especially countries like India are growing rapidly. So there is a lot of demand in the India market for transformers in future, especially on the data center segment. But is the sales of your company ready to seize these opportunities, right? So that's where we are looking at the problem, right? So the problem says the sales team is not performing and they are not able to bring up the sales. But why are they not able to bring up the sales, right? If you look at the surface, we are only looking at the surface. It is only the tip of the iceberg. But behind the scene, if you go deeper, there are so many different problems, right? Attributing to this particular underperforming sales, especially. So, that industry like transformers, right? A transformer would cater to different regions. You produce it in one region and you sell it to different regions. And so as your sales operate from multiple regions, right? So meaning the sales work on their respective region and they don't communicate each other, and they have their own communication internally, and it is all siloed. Nobody knows what the other salesperson from a different region is doing, whether they are working on the same deal or a different deal, and so on and so forth, right? And companies like transformer manufacturing, they spend a lot of millions of euros to generate leads by attending into webinars, attending into web shops, or events, trade shows, through external source from marketing activities. They spend quite a number of uh, euros or dollars to generate the leads. But what happens after that? They assign this lead to the area sales reps. And what happens after that? Nobody looks into it, right? So to the whether it is qualified, not qualified, even a high potential lead is not attended. It's one of the important reason for underperforming sales, right? And there is a lot of prioritization confusion, right? For example, I have 10 leads to look up at a moment. What should I focus? Whether I should focus on a lead which has come first, or whether I should focus on the lead which has come from this region, this transformer type, so on and so forth, right? So I don't have a clear picture on what leads I should be focusing on, right? So, at the end of the day, because I was in the assumption that I have to focus on this, that's why I missed this lead, right? And then finally they end up, for example, battling with the lead which is not at all qualified for a particular segment. For example, let's say you have a request from a company for a transformer of say like 20 kV with a um, oil type transformer, for example, maybe especially um, ester oil, for example. And I'm not sure whether this can manufactured in my facility or not. I am also not sure which factory in my group of companies is also responsible or is able to make this particular model. But then, without knowing that, you know, uh, I just leave this lead. I'm not prioritizing it. I'm thinking that this is not capable. I'm not capable of doing this. What happens? A potential lead is missed, right? So this kind of confusion happens because there is no clarity from the system, right? And limited visibility, lack of insights, because as we addressed in the earlier thing, team is spread across different regions, different locations, and nobody knows what's happening across the thing. And we lack the complete visibility. It's the big picture of our of entire sales, right? And the inconsistent follow-ups. When it comes to inconsistent follow-ups, if you see, that is one of the most problematic area in any sales. Sales is about persistence and consistency, right? If it is not, you are not consistent, you are there is a high chance that your sales is not going through, right? Because there is not nobody to tell us on when to follow up, at what time we need to make the follow-ups, right? So these are all couple of deep-rooted issues which is not seen from a surface. So most people think sales is not able to perform. So they would really do well if all these problems are addressed upfront, right? So how do we really address this is what we will see in the next slide, right? So ideally, what is the previous slide telling? This, we saw that sales is not able to perform because we are not able to communicate, we are not able to prioritize, we don't know which lead to focus, duplication of effort and scattered communication, so on and so forth, right? So now for this, we really need a shift, right? So it could be a cultural shift, or it could be a process shift, you know, or it could be the way we operate today should be definitely changed, right? So especially from a scattered tools. So many different tools. For example, one sales team is using a set of tools and team is using a set of tool. Mostly people use Excels, and it is all the data is residing in their own system. Imagine I work on a particular project, and a request has come, and the same project has been also asked by a different partner, but to the different sales team. But now these two people work on the same project without collaborating, without talking to each other. Assume that they work, and they make a communication, and they make commitments and so on and so follow-ups. And imagine the customer is getting multiple version of the communication from two different sources, but from the same company. What happens? So you lose a lot of reputation. So there will be a lot of inconsistency. You lose a value in front of your customers, right? So this is one of the problems, right? So you need a unified version. So from a scattered tools, you need to have a bird's eye view of your activities, your data, and your everything with respect to your communication with respect to your customer, right? So today's context, mostly when you are operating in a siloed mode, mostly it is reactive. So what happens? You come in the morning, and you check your emails. Customer asks that, uh, hey Arun, I've been asking you a quotation, or for the past 2 weeks. I'm yet to receive. You committed it, you know, um, this Monday, but it is already Thursday. Then I realized that, oh God, I just really missed it, because now I'm becoming reactive, because nobody is there to tell me on what I should be doing. I mean, a kind of a reminder or insight, or what should be the next set of action for the previous communication I have sent to the customer, right? So there is nobody to tell or guide me on what should I do next for the past action from the past action, right? And end of the day, it is about responsibility. I mean, um, all the CRM tools or any siloed tool, if it is operated in silos, and if it is not going to tell, hey, you know, this is the particular region I'm working, right? Because the lead comes from this source and this region, say for example Germany, a team member, and I am responsible, for example. For example, if it is Spain, Mehraj is responsible, so on and so forth, right? But there is no clear ownership. There is no clear deadline. This puts lot of pressure, about missed leads, missed opportunities, and a lot of confusions, clutters, and finally you end up, you know, doing only little activities. Maybe out of 100%, you only are doing 10% of your work, and your sales goes down. So that's the problem, right? So we need all these things to be solved. So we need a unified CRM, unified system, and which tells us what I should be doing next. I need a collaborative platform between the teams, so that I can really make represent our company in front of client as a single version, right? Not with multiple different versions, right? And also with clear owners and what should be done at which person, the next levels, right? So all this accountability matrix, everything should be very clear, so that you don't get any confusion. So now all this is required, but how do we do this? Is there a tool or a thing which can solve this kind of problems? Yes, definitely. So that's where we come with our kind of a solution, right? So with my all my expertise, all these years, I really found, CRM should just not be a tool, right? It should first solve the omni-channel problems. Meaning, it came. I mean, I love this word, basically omni-channel. I'm really in like of this particular term omni-channel, because sales is more on the go, right? I mean, we just go, we wanted to do the business on the go. I mean, wherever I go, I need to do the business. But can I do this through carrying my laptop or desktop every time I move? No, definitely not possible. So I should be doing my business in the mobile. So I should be able to collect information from social media. I should be able to collect information from different regions or different sources, right? So all these things are possible. So we have come up with a solution, right, which talks about four different things. So instead of a silo tool, so earlier most of the tools will be like this, right? So the lens, which will be a silo tool, the central tool, if it is not integrated to different systems, it will be a standalone system, which is quite common in most of the systems, right? But what Lens is offering, right? So Lens is that's what we are telling. It's not a tool; it's a platform, all right? So imagine something like a car, right? A tool is, if you could relate it to a tool, it is like more like a spanner or a screwdriver. It could solve one problem, right? I can unscrew a screw, or I can unscrew a bolt with a spanner, right? So it is meant for a specific purpose. That is a tool. But imagine a car. A car has got different moving parts. There is a drive system, right? A drive system like an engine, which takes care of powering different areas. And there are wheels, there are control units. But why this car is made for? The car is made for a purpose, right? It is made for a purpose to achieve your goals, to make a journey, right? To make it more safe, more journey, more, planned, and so on and so forth, right? So with all the power and the muscle delivered from your engine, it helps you to reach a particular goal, safe, planned, and likewise, a Lens platform has got multiple things, right? The central Lens engine, and after that you have Lumi a collaboration platform. On the left, it is an omni-channel integration enabled with an API gateway, and you have a workflow engine, complete workflow engine in the bottom, and then you have the analytics engine, because whatever you do, you need to collect the data and report it finally. Without insights, your CRM is going for a toss, right? So let's look at each individual component and how it is going to help in your CRM, right? So any CRM, the first and key foremost thing is the collaboration, right? So you should have a platform which helps you to collaborate. So it could be collaboration through email, or collaboration through a chat, or collaboration through a voice, and so on and so. But I should collaborate with my team so that I'm aware there's something happening, right? And I also need something to tell me what should I do. A lot of reminders. The platform should tell me like, hey, what I should do next, so on and so forth, right? And then we should also have a bot or agent which is going to assist us, and also some kind of a predictive analytic capability, because CRM will have a lot of data in it, and at time will be confused on what should I do next, because it should analyze the trend with my past experience and so on and so forth, because not always the same salesperson is going to sit for years in the system, because somebody will use the system and leave it for the next person to take it up. And in that cases, it should also help us to do a predictive analysis and then tell what I should do in the future, right? So on the from the workflow part, you should have a system which takes care of how the pipeline is built from lead to opportunity to quotation, how the workflow is built, a smart SLA monitoring system, or customer service system, and analytical system. All these things, it drives. It's a heavy lifting engine, like a engine in the car, right? So it is all to take care of the funnel, right? On the integration part, a tool should be in a position to integrate with social media, integrate with WhatsApp, any other communication medium, right? For example, it could also connect with an external ERP system, and it should be in a position to connect with an analytical tool or any other system. So it should be seamlessly integrated into so many different tools. And of course, CRM has got critical data from critical systems, right? And all customer data. So it should be secure enough and securely packed with all different things. So by default, it should be security enabled, right? And of course, CRM collects a lot of different data and from different time zones and different regions and so on and so forth. But with that, what should I do? I should get an insight, and it should really give me an insight on what should I do next, right? And all these things should be put together in a nice format, and then I should be able to decide on what I should do next. Yeah. So this is how our platform is built. So we have understood the gaps in the current CRM tools, and we have made it as a CRM suite with different uh, capabilities. A platform should be capable enough to expand itself, right? And then do some of the heavy lifting. Yeah, it should be flexible, it should be scalable, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So that's about our platform, how it works. And then we will also see a quick demo of the entire platform. I'll not have a lot of time to explain the entire capabilities, but I'll try as much as possible, maybe another 15 to 20 minutes. Whatever is possible, I'll try to explain. Anything else is required, you can definitely reach out to us and then ask for more detailed session on this, right? Detailed session or a detailed workshop or a detailed demo, right? Uh, so we will today focus on the Lumi part, which is our AI collaboration platform, the CRM part, and also we'll see like how it is integrated into our ERP system on its own, uh, from lead to opportunity, how it naturally integrates into the sales cycle by creating a quotation into the system, right? So with that, I'll share my screen. Let me know if you are able to see my screen. Share the entire window. Allow to share the screen. Yeah, it's going that way. I have to switch to a different. Yeah. So I hope my screen is visible.
Yeah, it's visible.
Yes. Thanks for the confirmation. I mean, so this is our, the Lumi system with the CRM integrated into it. We just jump into the system. We just starting it to it. Okay, so we will have a laundry list of menus, but forget it. Today we are only focusing on the CRM part, Lumi part, and also the insights. I'll just open the menus just for your this thing, right? So you would have a small little icon here, which is this is our CRM system. Imagine, and then you have a communication platform right inside this, and I have a lot of different channels, right? So Lumi would keep sending me reminders as and when I'm subscribed to this some of the channels, right? So let me open Lumi, for example. So Lumi is a collaboration platform, like I mentioned, and it also helps me with smart communications, reminders to a specific channel, or communicate with your internal team members one-on-one, right? So I can directly talk to these folks, yeah, and one-on-one, or I'm part of this channel, and this channel keeps sending me. some of the activities I'm intended to do. And I also have a bot, right? So there is a bot which is also, for example, it does some of the activities for me, like it is integrated to the
Uh,
AI layer.
so
So for
sorry to interrupt. Arun, so can you please zoom a little bit so the people could see it clearly?
like this.
Uh, I think that's fine.
Yeah. Um, right. What I could do is let me mm, view, zoom, and I will also zoom in further. Yeah, is it fine?
Yeah, it's fine now. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks for that little information which helps for the audience. Yeah,
Okay.
nice. So, I mean, it's a smart little bot. For example, I just uploaded some Excel and it does, I can explain this later, but on a rough level, it does some kind of creation of an item and followed by quotation just by uploading a small little Excel which has got the transformer attributes into it. So, I mean, it could do it automatically. So it could send reminders. I am subscribed to a couple of reminders. So it keeps sending me reminders about what I should do on a daily basis, right? And it could also do some kind of forecasting, right? So I could also ask for a forecasting. Uh, and that's a high level summary about Lumi, but I'll come to this in detail and how it really works. And we also have um, the the CRM engine, which has got the leads management, the opportunity management, and your territory, and so on and so forth. Um, uh, so in the leads, you could actually, for example, you could maintain all the essential data which is required, their contact information, and so on and so forth. Um, uh, so you have activities tab, um, where you could capture all the activities pertaining to this particular lead. And I'll come back to this in a demo with how all the other features of this works. Um, and you also have insights tool. I'm just trying to explain you in correspondence to the platform, right? So this is a insight tool which is also integrated to the platform, which gives real-time data and insights about your performance of your sales, right? So right from different KPIs, like how your team is performing, certain things are going up, certain things are really performing, underperforming, and helps people with their decision-making capabilities. And we were talking about accountability and ownership. It also talks about who is responsible for what, why it is not done, say how many days people have not contacted this, and so on and so forth, and who is responsible for what. Tells us a couple of quality information, and your trend is declining, and almost it is hitting zero for this month. So it's not good actually, right? And and the funnels, salesperson accountability, and out of which I like this heat map, which is very useful. Inside you can know the entire history of your funnel, and you can really understand where your problems are, which we can talk actually in the next section. We have a detailed session on the insights module. Um, and today I'm only going to talk about the the um, capabilities of lens as itself. Yeah. So for the ease of this thing, we have made a small video, right? I'll just um, for us to understand. Yeah. So our CRM is built for accountability, and you know it will truly mirror your uh, sales, right? So let us get started. First, let us say like we'll start with the creating a lead, right? We just in the platform you can create a lead, and then you put a full name, for example, a couple of data you wanted to add to the lead, and then this is where the responsibility comes. I just assign a territory to the lead, and the system automatically assigns the lead to a particular person who is responsible to take care of this. Yeah. So Mehraj Taufik at the moment is responsible for this lead, though the lead owner is different. But why he's been assigned, well, let's see what he is responsible for with respect to this lead. Yeah. So he is there in his platform, for example, and he opens the Lumi AI collaboration platform. He sees that in his reminders, a new task has been assigned to him. So Lumi sends a notification to them, and then to the person, and the person is now going to take a necessary action, right? So yeah, and he sees that a lead has been activity has been assigned to him, and he smartly moves from the activity to the lead. And now what he does, he has to qualify the lead, probably, I believe, right? So we have a capability also, which is, which is an SLA driven. So which tells, as soon as the lead is created, it has to be responded and so on and so forth. Hours. And there is something to resolve also, right? So a typical, a time bound activity, right? And after that, he looks into the activity list, right? So as part of this, this person has to book an appointment with the lead owner, lead. And so as you see, there is a integrated communication is already integrated in the CRM system. It populates the information and the lead information, the email information. Smartly, we are able to send an email response with a canned response, right, and so on and so forth. Once after that, you could see that the time to respond is fulfilled, but time to resolve is still, after an hour he comes back and sees like the time to resolve is still not yet done. But what is the pending activity he has to do? So um, he just qualifies the lead. But yeah, before that, I'll show how the qualification generally works in a system, right? So let's see. Um, yes. Um, see, so let's get into a lead, for example. Yeah. Let's say I'm in this lead. Mm, just take my lead who's responsible for that. Or I could also go into just check my activities quickly and do the actions for me today. Yeah. I'll just go to my reminders. So it says there is one lead which I have to follow, right? So it smartly sends me the list of opportunities and leads which I have to work based on different parameters. I open this lead and I see the industry is not filled. Let's say like retail, real estate, yeah, and I'll mark it as Germany, for example, and I'll mark the sources. Let's say exhibition, right? Mark this, and here is where another AI capability is brought into picture, right? So I just say relevant to transformer manufacturing, transformer sales. Right, let's change this and just clear this out. So it generates uh, industry, right? So I now wanted to generate the questions. So this is an A integrated question generation at Lumi automatically integrates with the AI and checks for the uh, right. See now, it it clearly gives me the list of questions that a sales agent can really, interact. So she has already sent an invite to the lead, and now in the call, the sales agent can really ask these questions and mark yes, no, right? For example, and then once all these questions are yes beyond some threshold, now this lead is completely qualified, for example, right? So yeah, so all this can be possible using Lumi and the CRM capability. Now I can go and mark this. You could also automate this kind of a process, right? It's a qualification. I'm marking this as qualifying, okay, qualified, and qualified by Arun, qualified on today. So this could also be automated based on the questions, right? So similarly, this is what this person is also doing. Mehraj, you do the same thing in the qualification, and Lumi can actually do that. So after that, Lumi Mehraj converts this into an opportunity because that is the exit criteria for him, so that the opportunity is again created, and now you can see there is a fantastic information which tells that when this lead was opened, when it was replied, and when it was converted to an opportunity, it gives you a clear picture about a particular, journey of the pipeline, right? So complete picture of the pipeline, right? And now, if you come back to the lead again, you see the agreement is completely fulfilled, meaning you are making people responsible, accountable, and time bound. Now, the person goes back to the reminders about some of the things which the person is responsible. Right? So it says a new task has been created, and they have to do a competitor analysis, and this has to be completed in an opportunity because the lead was converted to an opportunity, and Mehraj is automatically assigned with the activity to complete the competitor analysis for this opportunity, right? He goes into that particular opportunity or activity and again comes back to the opportunity and takes the list of competitors based on various different sources and analysis, and he says puts the status into bit. How various different reasons he could analyze, or we could also use some of the AI algorithm to qualify this opportunity as biddable and not biddable, right? So he has completed the activities, and the time to resolve for this opportunity is again ticking, like within 15 hours it has to be completed. But now um, he's also looking into somebody else because this activities is listed, and he's now thinking that okay, why don't we complete somebody else activities also, right? Because anyways, so he interacts with the sales team, sorry, the engineering team, and gets the information about different transformers that he's selling and the cost related to it. And to confirm it again, it just sends a Lumi message to the engineering team. So now the engineering gets a email notification or a Lumi notification. They also confirm that, hey, this is good to go, and you could proceed with the uh, the amount, right? For example, and now they put the probability into 80%. And again, now this has become a high value order. And if you see, the time to resolve become within an hour. From 15 hours, now it has become an hour, because it has put in various different criteria to understand the probability, bid statuses, and the value of the code opportunity. Naturally, it has put the priority to medium, and now it is making really an urgency, putting an urgency behind this particular opportunity, so that people can focus on this, right? Yeah, you see the opportunity amount has gone up, and it has classified it as the high value order. So now if you see, smartly we are just making with the click of a button, the opportunity is converted into code, and you don't have to do anything, and the code is created, and you could also get a nice little print format of the quotation, which you can share it to the customer right from your inbox, right from the tool, right? So you could have a lot of different options. You could print in the customer language, in the format they require, and it is all flexible, the tool, right? So so you got a PDF, and this PDF can be shared to customer right from the platform itself, right? You don't have to toggle, download it, nothing. You just have to, the same customer, you just again do a canned response. The attachment is already there. It goes as an attachment to the customer. Yeah. So just take the canned response, and you are good to go. Yeah. So, man, so in nutshell, if I have to summarize this, we have got lot of capabilities from from a platform perspective, and it could enable the transformer sales to really outperform the market and seize the opportunity, because collaboration is the key. And you need guided procedures and activities from your platform to assist you, and collaborate, and do proactive sales, right? So all this could be possible with a platform like Lens, right? We could do a lot more. We could explain a lot more different scenarios can be covered in this. Because of this time constraint, we would leave it here, right? So any questions or something else, you could reach out to us. We would be happy to really conduct a detailed session on this, right? And after this, we also have a session on the analytics, right? So please don't miss that. There is much more insight to come, because end of the day, it is about how do we visualize the data and do necessary action, right? Yeah. So are there any questions, Mehraj, for us to answer?
Um, so far, not yet, but we just got a question that whether how the system would support the operations. So this was the one question we got.
From whom? Maybe we can address the person and tell.
So it's from YouTube Live.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
So
Mm.
how does it support operations, sales operations, you mean to say?
No, the question is how boosting the sales. Now we have talked about the sales process. So how that particular sales process boosts the operational speed up?
Okay. How it I mean, speeds up the processes, right?
Mm.
Yeah. So as we have seen, right, now we have seen clear responsibilities, accountabilities. We saw that as soon as a lead is created, it is being assigned to a person automatically from a person who is responsible for the territory. And it also puts a, timely limit for them to act. So within this, they have to complete certain activities. And that also tells you have to complete, but what you have to complete. It also tells what are the activities you have to complete within what time frame. So who is responsible, what you have to complete, and when you have to complete. All this information is readily available. If you are not doing also, you are again getting reminders to complete that. So with this, you would naturally speed up the process, right? So your operations will go smooth without any hiccups. Yeah, that way, yeah, because more clear responsibilities, more accountabilities, and you're naturally, yeah. I hope that answered the question.
Okay. Thank you, and thanks for answering the questions. And yeah, and that with that, yeah, the questions are all done. Okay. So I think we can wind up if is there any question. So yeah, we have got some message from Ramesh. Thank you,
Thanks
Ramesh.
a lot for all who have participated in this, and I look forward for the next session, which is going to be much more insightful. This is just like I said, like this is just a tip of the iceberg. The more details are going to be shown only in the insight session because CRM is all about how we drive the funnel with the insights with the data we get. And yeah, so hope we will have a wonderful session in the next upcoming weeks and then see you there. Yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Mehraj, for organizing this, and thanks for the entire crew behind this for making this happen. And I appreciate your hardship behind this. I know how difficult it is to organize a session like this, right from creating the content, right from creating the demos, and right from organizing a platform. I appreciate all your efforts. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, and thank you everybody for joining us today.